All right, Only Murders fans, get ready because we are going deep on Season 5.
Ooh, yeah.
Selena Gomez and Martin Short.
Oh, wow.
They were spotted filming on Staten Island
No way.
in the freezing cold
Really?
right after their big SAG Award win.
Wow.
Staten Island, that's a long way from the Arconia.
Yeah.
What do you think this means for our favorite podcasting trio?
It's definitely intriguing.
Right.
Only Murders in the Building is known for its Upper West Side setting, so this location shift has to be significant.
Right.
Could they be investigating a crime with ties to Staten Island, or maybe one of the characters has a hidden connection to the borough?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
It adds a whole new layer of mystery. And remember, this is a show that loves to play with New York City's unique character.
Absolutely.
They've already explored the world of theater and podcasting, so why not delve into the often overlooked borough of Staten Island? It's a chance to show a different side of the city, and maybe even poke fun at some Staten Island stereotypes along the way.
Absolutely. The show's humor is one of its strongest points.
For sure.
It's not just about the mystery, it's about these characters and their witty banter.
Right.
And let's be honest, the addition of Keegan-Michael Key to the cast only amps up the comedic potential.
Right. He's a comedic genius.
Oh, totally.
I can already imagine the hilarious situations he'll find himself in with Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Hey, yeah.
This show has always been great at blending humor and suspense, but with Key on board, I think the scales might tip a little more towards the comedic side.
That's a fascinating point.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how they strike that balance.
Right.
The show has always had a lighthearted tone, but it's also dealt with some serious themes like loneliness, aging, and the obsession with true crime.
Exactly. And it does it all with this clever, self-aware humor that never feels forced. It's like they're in on the joke with the audience.
Ah.
I think that's one of the reasons the show has resonated so strongly with viewers.
I agree. It's like a warm hug with a side of murder mystery. You can laugh along with the characters, but you're also genuinely invested in the story and their relationships.
Speaking of relationships, I can't wait to see how Keegan-Michael Key's character fits into the dynamic of the trio.
Yeah.
Will he be a friend, a foe, or something in between? And how will his comedic style mesh with the established chemistry of Charles Oliver and Mabel?
That's the big question. He
Yeah.
could play a rival podcaster, a new love interest for one of the characters, or even the mastermind behind the latest murder.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
Okay, before we get too carried away with speculation, let's take a step back and appreciate what this show has already accomplished.
Right.
They've managed to create a fresh take on the murder mystery genre, attract a stellar cast, and garner critical acclaim.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the iconic fashion moments.
Oh, yeah.
Mabel style is a whole other conversation.
Right. The show is visually stunning, from the costumes to the set design. The Arconia itself is like a character with its grand architecture and quirky residence. It's part of what makes the show so captivating.
Absolutely. It's a show that truly embraces its New York City setting. But hey, before we go any further, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Only Murders in the Building and all the exciting possibilities of Season 5, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
We've got plenty more insights and theories to share with you as the season unfolds.
Absolutely. We love connecting with fellow fans and dissecting every clue and twist.
Now let's get back to this Staten Island mystery.
Okay.
What do you think? Is this just a temporary detour, or could it signify a major shift in the show's direction?
I'm leaning towards a major shift. The creators have said that Season 5 will be the most ambitious one yet, and this location change seems to support that claim. They've hinted at wanting to explore new themes and push the boundaries of the genre.
Yeah.
Staten Island could be the perfect setting for that.
That's so true. And think about the potential for social commentary.
Oh, yeah.
Staten Island often feels like a world away from Manhattan.
Right.
Both geographically and culturally.
Mm-hmm.
The show could use this setting to explore themes of class community and the different realities that exist within a single city.
Exactly. And it could also be a way to introduce new characters from diverse backgrounds.
Right.
Staten Island has a rich immigrant history and a unique cultural blend that the show could tap into.
For sure.
Imagine the comedic potential of a Staten Island family getting caught up in a murder mystery with our Upper West Side trio.
Oh, the clash of personalities would be amazing. I can already picture Mabel rolling her eyes at some over-the-top Staten Island shenanigans.
Yeah.
But, you know, beyond the comedic possibilities, I think this location change also speaks to the show's willingness to take risks and evolve.
I completely agree. It would have been easy for them to just stick with the familiar formula of a murder in the Arconia.
Right.
But by venturing out of their comfort zone, they're keeping the show fresh and exciting for both the audience and themselves.
And that's what makes Only Murders so special. It's not afraid to be clever, to be funny, and to surprise us. It's a show that constantly keeps us guessing.
Speaking of guessing, let's talk about those cliffhangers from season 4.
Hell yeah.
We were left with so many unanswered questions like, was Ben Glenroy's death really an accident, or was there something more sinister going on?
Ooh.
And who sent that ominous note to Charles?
Right. I know what you did.
Yeah,
Chills. That note has to be connected to something big.
definitely.
Maybe even something from Charles's past that we haven't even seen yet.
It definitely adds a whole new layer of intrigue to his character.
For sure.
We know he's a bit of a recluse with a complicated history, but this note suggests there's a lot more we don't know.
Right.
Makes you wonder, what secrets is he hiding, and how far would he go to protect them?
Ooh, that's a good question. And how will this secret from his past impact his relationships with Oliver and Mabel?
Right.
Would they be forced to confront his darker side? Or will they remain loyal to their friend, even if it means putting themselves in danger?
It's a classic dilemma, loyalty versus truth, and I think the show will handle it with its trademark blend of humor and heart.
Yeah.
We might get some tense moments and emotional confrontations,
Right.
but ultimately I believe the trio's bond will prevail.
I hope you're right. They become such a lovable, dysfunctional family.
Hmm.
And speaking of family, where does Keegan-Michael Key's character fit into all of this?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
Some fans are theorizing that he could be a relative of one of the main characters, maybe a long-lost sibling or a cousin. That would certainly shake things up.
It would, and it would add another layer to the show's exploration of family dynamics. But honestly, I'm open to any possibility with Key's character. He's such a versatile actor that he could convincingly play anyone from a charming love interest to a sinister villain.
Absolutely. And his comedic timing is impeccable.
Yes.
I can already imagine him delivering those sharp, witty lines that leave you laughing and thinking at the same time.
Me too. And you know what? Before we get lost in a sea of fan theories, let's take a moment to appreciate our amazing listeners. If you're loving this deep dive into Only Murders in the Building, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
And don't forget to leave a comment with your own theories and predictions for Season 5.
Yes, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Engage with us. Tell us who you think sent the note, what secrets you think Charles is hiding, and what kind of chaos Keegan-Michael Key will bring to the Arconia.
Okay, back to the mysteries at hand. We've got this ominous note, a potential connection to Charles's past, a new setting in Staten Island, and a comedic wild card in Keegan-Michael Key. Where do we even begin to unravel this web of intrigue?
Well, I think it's important to remember that Only Murders is a show that rewards close attention to detail.
Right.
The writers are masters at planting clues and red herrings throughout the season.
Oh, for sure.
So as we rewatch Season 4 and analyze these new developments, we need to keep our eyes peeled for anything that might seem insignificant at first, but could hold the key to unlocking the mystery.
You're so right. It's those seemingly insignificant details that often turn out to be the most crucial, like that strange look a character gives or a seemingly throwaway line of dialogue. Only Murders has taught us to trust our instincts and pay attention to everything because you never know what might be a clue.
Exactly, and that's part of what makes the show so engaging.
Right.
It invites the audience to participate in the mystery, to analyze the clues alongside the characters, and to come up with their own theories.
For sure.
It's like a giant puzzle that we're all trying to solve together.
I love that analogy. And speaking of puzzles, one of the biggest puzzles we're facing right now is figuring out how all these seemingly disparate elements, the notes, Staten Island and Keegan-Michael Key's character, are going to fit together.
Right. It's like they've given us all these puzzle pieces,
Yeah.
but we're still trying to figure out the picture they're supposed to create.
Staten Island is like the forgotten borough, right?
Right.
It's got this whole other vibe compared to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Maybe the show will use that contrast to create some really interesting dynamics.
Exactly. Think about the classic sitcom trope of the city slicker going to the country.
Yeah.
We could see Charles, Oliver, and Mabel navigating the quirks of Staten Island culture,
Right.
clashing with the locals, and maybe even learning a thing or two about themselves in the process.
I can totally see. I'm picturing Mabel in her bold outfits trying to blend in with a group of Staten Island moms at a bake sale. The comedic potential is endless.
And who knows, maybe we'll even get some Staten Island celebrity cameos.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine Method Man showing up as a shady real estate developer, or Colin Just playing a hipster barista with a secret past.
Okay, now you're just making me wish I was in the writer's room. But seriously, The possibilities for the Staten Island setting are so exciting.
Yeah.
It's a chance for the show to break new ground, both
Yeah.
visually and thematically.
I agree, and I think it speaks to the show's commitment to keeping things fresh and surprising. They
Yeah.
could have easily played it safe and kept the story confined to the Arconia,
Right.
but they're choosing to expand their world and explore new territories.
And that's what makes Only Murders so much more than just a typical murder mystery show.
Mm.
It's a show about characters, about relationships, about the city itself, and it's a show that's not afraid to take risks and subvert expectations.
Speaking of subverting expectations, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Keegan-Michael Key.
Okay?
What kind of comedic energy do you think he'll bring to the show,
Yeah.
and how do you see his character fitting into the mix?
Ooh, that's the big question, isn't it? I mean, he's known for his sharp wit, his physical comedy, and his ability to create these larger-than-life characters. I think he's going to be a fantastic addition to the cast, and I can't wait to see how he plays off of Steve Martin Short and Selena Gomez.
I have a feeling he's going to be a scene stealer.
Oh, yeah.
He has this amazing ability to make even the most absurd situations feel grounded and relatable, and I think his comedic style will complement the existing humor of the show perfectly.
I agree. I can already picture him delivering these deadpan lines with perfect comedic timing, or maybe even breaking out into a song and dance routine. The possibilities are endless.
And I think his presence will challenge the dynamic of the trio in interesting ways. He could be a rival podcaster, a new love interest, or even a secret villain with a hidden agenda.
Ooh, secret villain. That would be amazing.
Oh.
I mean, Only Murders loves to throw his curveballs, so I wouldn't be surprised if they went in a completely unexpected direction with this character.
Right. They've already proven that they're not afraid to kill off major characters or introduce shocking twists. So with Keegan-Michael Key on board, I think we can expect the unexpected.
And that's what makes this show so addictive. It keeps you guessing, it keeps you laughing, and it keeps you coming back for more.
Absolutely. And I think season 5 has the potential to be the most shocking, hilarious, and heartwarming season yet.
I'm with you on that. And before we wrap up this deep dive, we want to give a shout out to all of you amazing listeners out there. If you're enjoying this conversation and you're as excited as we are for Only Murders in the Building. Season 5, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment with your own theories and predictions. We love hearing from you.
Yes, engage with us. Tell us your wildest theories, and let's all ride this hype train together.
Because let's face it, speculating about who the killer is, what secrets are lurking, and how it all unfolds is half the fun of being a fan of the show.
Exactly. So, until next time, keep those detective hats on, keep those theories coming, and stay tuned for more Only Murders in the Building deep dives.
We'll be back soon with even more insights, analysis, and maybe even a few spoilers if we're lucky. So until then, stay curious, stay sleuthin', and happy watching.